Jimmy.
Now, what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil, doesn't make up
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want to stop it. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas outside, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounce. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, open up some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them can big profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them can make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them can make profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and stop. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETFs. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? And make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? And make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? And make profits. That TTG money gang, and making profits. We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's up, folks? Hello, my TC fam. How are we all doing? I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. My boy, Jackson Dart. I'm interested to see how many NFL teams in history have won a game with 111 passing yards. It can't be a lot. I don't know how they won. I don't know how you win with 111 passing yards, but I'll take it. It's totally fine. Welcome, folks. Welcome to the True Trading Govt YouTube channel. Welcome to the live stream. We got a big week coming up. It's all about jobs. We're going to get the September employment report coming out here this week as the market is being tested and is being tested heavily. This is obviously the middle of a massive stock market rally. We had a slight pullback during the middle of last week, and that tested a very key and significant, crucial, important support level that must hold. So far, it has. Futures are green. I'm going to give you guys my game plan of exactly what I think is going to happen this week, as well as a list of my top trade ideas for the week, exactly how I plan on making money. My name is Michael Edward Paranowski. I go by Michael Edward. I'm the co-founder and head trader at True Trading Group. I'm thrilled to have you guys all here with us tonight. You could be doing anything else, like watching the Chiefs and Ravens game. You're not. You're here with me. True Trading Group exists to literally help you learn faster, trade smarter, and to profit sooner. That's exactly what we're going to do on tonight's live stream. Of course, True Trading Group is very proud to be powered by our partners, the NASDAQ, Benzinga, OpenAI, TradingView, DataBento, and Unusual Whales. All companies that we have partnerships with to implement and build out the greatest fintech platform available for retail traders today. The IC True Trading Group is an award-winning platform. We actually received the Best AI Analysis Tool award at the Benzinga FinTech Awards in 2024, and we are up for a couple of other awards this year. Okay, True Trading Group it's a platform that's built on education, that is backed by experience, strategies that are proven by success, and tools that actually think in every single part of it customized fully around you, the individual user. No matter what you have or what your experience level is, TGD exists to help you guys to make money. And that's what we're going to do here tonight on this live stream. Okay. Our members are part of something real special, and I'm just very proud to be on this journey with each and every single one of them. Hope you guys are really ready to roll your sleeves up tonight. If this is your first time hanging out on True Trading Group's YouTube channel, welcome. Smash that like button, show me some love. If this is not your first time, smash that like button and show me some love. All right. Subscribe to this channel, turn on your notifications, make sure you guys never miss out on any of these live streams. Now, I know what some of you may be thinking. If you're new, you're like, who the hell is this guy? Why should I pay attention to anything it is that he has to say? Well, guys, honestly, listen, I don't think that you guys should come across this YouTube stream and just automatically listen to me because I claim to be the world's greatest trader or because I claim to have a 99% win rate. I don't. The reason why I think you should pay attention to what I discuss here is because I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I've been doing this now almost 2 decades, almost 20 years. And I began my trading career working at T3 Alpha Fund in New York City. It was my first job right out of college. When I was working there, before they let me touch $1 of the fund's money, I had to go through a training program there. I was trained by professionals on Wall Street. That's how I got my start. I didn't have to sit and watch YouTube videos. I was very lucky and fortunate. I didn't have to sit in Discord rooms. I was trained by professionals. And then shortly after that, 2008 happened. And that was the Great Recession, the huge stock market crash. It was also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now you guys fast forward, I'm the co-founder and head trader of TTG. And along with my team of 8 other professional full-time trading mods and an over 30-person staff, we've helped thousands of members from all over the world to reach their goals. We have members in 114 different countries, over 10,000 members that are part of the True Trading Group community. We have people that have been trading for over 25 years that were former market makers at the NASDAQ. And then we have people that just opened up their very first trading account through Robinhood last week. And then we have everything else in between. There's literally truly something for everybody here. We day trade, we swing trade. We also cover long-term investing, something literally for everyone. Okay. So if you're looking to level up or you're just getting started, you need a little extra push or to pick you up. Trust me, you guys are all in the right place. Now, before I go any further, I want you to make sure you're watching this video live. At the bottom left of your screen, you should see a red dot next to the word live. Make sure you see a red dot. If you do not see a red dot, that means you're watching this video delayed. So just click that word live and that'll bring you guys right up to speed. And then you should see that red dot. Okay, cool. Take a quick little sip of my water. Let's actually do a quick little check on futures. And we are still green. We're actually at highs. 0.12%. We opened flat and now we're up 0.12%. So we are pushing a little bit higher, testing a big resistance level that we're going to talk about in just a couple of minutes. But before I get into what I want to go over with you guys, as far as what I think the market's going to do this week, again, huge catalyst with the jobs report. And then I have my list of top trade ideas for the week. Kind of my game plan of exactly how I'm planning on making money. I'm going to give you the ticker symbols. I'm going to give you the prices I'm getting in, prices I'm getting out. I'm going to give you the whole game plan. But before we get into that, I want to kind of talk to you guys a little bit because I have done thousands of these live streams at this point. Okay, some of our live streams have been massive and huge and super important, but others have been a little bit more fun, a little bit less serious, and then we've had everything kind of in between. I've been doing these live streams since 2019, and we just entered the third quarter of 2025. This whole thing, when this started, you guys know when this started, when I started doing live streams, we only had 10,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel. And that took me 2 years. That took 2 years of posting like 20, 25 minute quick like recap videos with like trading lessons and my analysis and everything else. It took me 2 years of doing that to build 10,000 subscribers on YouTube, right? So that was 2017 to 2019. And then 2019 is when we started doing the live streams, right? And all while then it was, I had less than, you know, we had less than 100 people in our chat room within True Trading Group. And we started off with an idea and a concept. We thought that, you know, when we first started True Trading Group, we thought that, and actually, fun fact, today is our YouTube channel's 8-year birthday. Our YouTube channel is 8 years old today. Today, this YouTube channel is 8 years old. So I posted the very first recap video, okay, 8 years ago to this day. That is why this is a little bit of a special day. It's a birthday here for the YouTube channel, okay? Back in 2017 when I posted the very first video on this channel. And it wasn't a live stream. Like I said, it was just like a 20-minute video. It wasn't even a live stream. The live stream didn't start until 2019. But we started off, like I said, with an idea and a concept. And, you know, we thought that we had to follow what other groups were doing just because we knew we wanted to be in this space, right? And we wanted to do something different, but we also thought that we had to kind of follow the industry trends of what other people were doing that have been around longer, that were successful and everything else. And then we quickly learned that, in fact, we didn't have to be just like everybody else. So what did we do that was different? Well, at a time when it seemed like every single person that you knew was trading in 2020 to 2021, we knew that there was going to be a series of tools and resources that all of these people would need. And yes, of course, courses and education, knowledge is all part of it. But once you go through that, you quickly realize, well, I learned a lot of stuff, right, with courses and education, but I need a lot of stuff. I need these kind of charts. I need this kind of data. I need this kind of scanner. I need this kind of news feed, right? And all of those things add up for the individual trader because all those things aren't free. Those things cost money. So our idea, though simple, had never been done before. And that was to go to all of the top providers in the space for retail trading. Go to all of the top equities and options data providers. Go to the best news providers like Benzinga and the best charting software like TradingView and scanners like Trade Ideas and everything else. And to work out deals with them early on so that we can offer their products through the True Trading Group platform for one price for the whole year with no upsells for their products for our members. And people loved it. Loved it. It literally saved them thousands of dollars because they would have to pay for that stuff on their own anyway. They would just join True Trading Group, and we had deals with these companies where they didn't have to pay for it. They just bought a membership to TTG, and they were saving literally thousands of dollars. And a lot of people had never seen that before. So not only did you get the courses and a chat room and trade alerts, right? But you also got all of this other stuff. So even if you were an experienced trader and you didn't need courses, you didn't really care about alerts, you still saved thousands of dollars by going through us and becoming a member of True Trading Group. Now, fast forward to now, and a lot of you are on this live stream that are not members, right? TTG, we have 150,000 subscribers on this YouTube channel, which we actually just surpassed the 150,000 subscriber mark just last week. So big little milestone there for us as well. Not only is it our birthday, but we just crossed the 150,000 subscriber mark. But guys, we have never, not once, paid for a single subscriber on this YouTube channel. All 150,000 subscribers is 100% organic. People that found this YouTube channel because YouTube suggested it to them and they decided the content's fire, I'm going to subscribe. We didn't pay for a single one of those subscribers. And those people that are, and so obviously we have over 10,000 members of TTG. We don't have 150,000. So obviously there's 140,000, people that are on this channel that are not members of True Trading Group. And those people will be the first ones to tell you, right? They would have noticed something in the last several months, really for the better part of this year, they would have noticed something on this YouTube channel. See, we used to go ahead and do live streams 6 nights a week. I used to do live streams from Sunday to Friday. And this is very important to us because these live streams that I do on here, although, you know, some people give me a lot of crap for it because I sell on here and I talk about our membership and everything else, but this is how we advertise, right? Like, this is how we advertise to people. It's on these live streams. And I can tell you, there are thousands of members of True Trading Group that are extremely and eternally grateful that we do that. Because otherwise, they never would have found True Trading Group and they never would have become a member. And they never would have started reaching the financial milestones and goals that they had set out for themselves. But even if you are new and you don't like the salesy stuff, that's fine. I promise you, sit through a couple of minutes of it and you're still going to hear some really great, awesome, and amazing information on here that can absolutely help you to make money, whether you are a member or not. So we're here, right? We're here now. Things are different. I do live streams now like once or twice a week. So some people might want to know, like, why the slowdown? Like, what changed? Why did you go from 6 a week? Now you're only doing 1 or 2. Are you guys tired? Are you done? Right? Are you done doing live streams? Is your trading group going out of business? Right? Like, what's the problem? Okay. Does it not make sense to do live streams anymore? Here's the truth. Okay. I'm going to give you guys the honest truth. There is no problem. Everything is amazing. Everything is fantastic. Okay. But you see, we made a decision that part of the core values that drive True Trading Group a long time ago and currently is that no matter how great the company did, that we were never going to just be okay with coasting for our members. Part of what we do, look, this is a business. True Trading Group is a business, and we exchange tools and services and information. Okay, we exchange that for money. You pay that money, and you use the things that we provide to make yourself more money. That's how this works. That's capitalism. That's the exchange here between you, the user, and the customer, and True Trading Group as the business and service provider. But I will say this, we have never been okay with coasting, okay? But the real part for us is that we genuinely enjoy building out this platform and being with our members. Let me tell you guys something. We have thousands of members. We've done in-person meetups, okay? We have exchange contact information. I have real friends that are part of True Trading Group now, members that know me and they know my life and I know them and I know their lives and what's going on in their lives, and we're there for each other in just life, not even when it comes to just trading. Like, real relationships and friendships have been built, and that's special. That's special to me. This isn't just, oh, hey, I'm the guru and these are all my followers and they only get to talk to me if they pay thousands of dollars to be in some inner circle. We don't even charge for stuff like that, first off. Okay. But a lot of these people I consider friends, and we've built something that, in my opinion, no matter how you look at us on these live streams, no matter what happens, whether you were a previous member before, we have evolved and we have built something that has not only had the power to help others make changes to better themselves, but it's really changed my life. And I know it's changed my partner Adam's life as well. And it's important to all of us. And for those of you that are here, don't worry. Okay. I'm going to get to the stock market stuff. I promise you. And if you have no interest at all in what I'm saying right now, it's okay. What I'm saying right now really isn't for the person that just found this channel for the very first time and you're listening to me speak for the very first time. This stuff is really for people that follow this channel but are not yet members of True Trading Group. And everybody else, I want you to stick around, bear with me for my 5-minute speech. I promise you it's almost over, and then we're going to get to the meat and potatoes or how we're going to make money this week. For me, the feeling that I get when somebody does well after joining True Trading Group is second to none. I truly and genuinely mean that. Okay. This isn't a joke. What you see on every other platform is what, right? All these other platforms is I made this much money today. I made 100% gain today. I made 400% gain today. I lost this much money today. And I'm such a good trader that even though I lost this exuberant amount of money, I'm still going to tell you about it because I'm going to pretend like I'm being honest about my losses. But really, I'm trying to prove to you, look how much money I could lose and still be okay, to show you how much money I actually make. You've all seen it. You've all seen it. Oh, I lost 100 grand today, right? You've all seen you've all seen the thumbnails. It's all a ploy. Okay? I want you to go through every single one of my videos, and I want you to find one. I want you to find one video where I baited you with, look how much money I made today. If you can find me one video of me doing that, I'll give you guys $1 million. In the thousands of videos that are on this YouTube channel here, we don't operate like that. We don't operate that way. And the reason for that is very simple. When you spend all of your money on advertising and you bring people onto your platform with false hopes and dreams, you have to hit them over the head with something incredibly expensive immediately. And then you have to get as much money out of them as you possibly can, because you know that the chances of them being successful and making money is very, very, very slim. And that's the truth. That's why those other people do that. The markets are already difficult. No one said I'm not telling you sign up for True Trading Group, you're going to be a millionaire in 30 days. I'm not telling you that. But you also don't have to. Most of you just want to make some extra money while you hold on to your job, or you want to make a little extra money while you're at the beach with your family. Most of you don't have tons of free time, and the expectation to think that you have to give up your entire life in order to do this is simply not fair, and it's not true. It's also not needed. The expectation that you need tens of thousands of dollars to get started just simply isn't true. And I've seen tens of thousands of traders come through TTG over the years. Guys, honestly, between members and trial members, I've probably seen 50, 60,000 retail traders come through TTG over the years. The people that came in here immediately with huge accounts, those were the people that got their asses kicked the most at the beginning. And it was only through complete, loss and frustration that a willingness for them to do something different and actually start listening to what I'm trying to explain to people. It was only then that they started to actually pay attention. Most people, and you guys listen, the PDT rule looks like it's going to be going away here, so it's not going to matter much anyway. But people think you need a lot of money in order to make money, and it's not true. New traders that start with a couple $100 or maybe $1,000 while you earn, knowing that you are going to lose some money along the way because you're going to make losing trades, you're going to make mistakes, but keeping those losses small in the beginning is very important. You can't control what you are going to make on a winning trade, but you can absolutely control how much you're going to lose on a losing trade. Losing is part of this. In order to be a successful trader, you have to be someone that knows how to first, obviously, be a consistent winner, but you have to be a great loser. Most people are consistent losers and they're not great winners. But most people, even when they have consistent wins, they're really bad losers, and one losing trade wipes out 3 winning trades. You've all been there. You all know exactly what I'm talking about. You've all started a trading week with 3 or 4 winning trades. You felt really, really good about yourself. Then you have 1 losing trade and you're back to 0. You will never, ever be a consistently profitable trader if you are losing a lot more money when you're wrong than you are making when you're right. You have to do the exact opposite. It is the difference between successful traders and struggling traders. Successful traders are not successful because we can predict the future. Successful traders are successful because we found a strategy and developed a strategy that yields a consistent result. And once we find the strategy that yields a consistent result, we just have to make more money when we're right than you lose when you are wrong. And the easiest way to ensure that is not to make a lot more money when you're right. It's just to lose less when you're wrong. I'll give you a quote that I learned from my boss back at the hedge fund from my years in New York. This was the quote. And you should write this down because this quote changed my entire life and changed my entire approach to trading, which therefore in turn changed my entire life. Successful traders are more concerned with how much they're going to lose if they're wrong. Struggling traders are more concerned with how much they're going to make if they are right. And that is a very, very, very big difference. Write that down. All right. So now, here we are. Okay. As I was saying, I don't need to show on a video, oh, look, this is how much money that I made for you to join and want you to be just like me, right? Hey, this is how much money I made. Join your trading group and you're going to be just like me and I'll show you how to make this much money. You don't ever hear me do that. In fact, if you watch any of my live streams or any of these videos, if you really listen to what I'm saying, what I'm doing, I'm telling you, you don't necessarily need to be like me. I'm never going to tell somebody you have to trade the exact same way that I do because I don't believe that to be true. You and I have different styles. You and I might trade different things. You and I have different risk tolerance. You and I have different strengths and different weaknesses. This is about finding something that works for you, that fits your schedule, that fits your time, that fits your strengths, that avoids your weaknesses, that fits your risk tolerance. Doesn't necessarily mean you have to do exactly what I do, when I do it, how I do it. It's not my way or the highway. We have over 10,000 members in True Trading Group. Think they're all just clones of me? Absolutely not. But what we do have is over 10,000 members of True Trading Group, most of which are consistently profitable and are successful because they have developed a strategy that helps them yield a consistent result. Thanks to the platform and the community that is True Trading Group. That's what this is about. It's not about following every single thing that I do. Sure, you want to follow my trade alerts, be my guest. They're damn good. But you don't have to follow all of the trades that I make. There's 8 other professional traders that are moderators in True Trading Group. They share their screen. They share with you live. They answer questions. Their trade alerts are damn good. The moderators and I collectively as a group maintain a cumulative win rate on all of our executions of just around 80%. We track every entry, every take profit, every stop loss. It's all there for you calculated, okay, within our win rate for you guys to see on the website. Full transparency. But you don't have to do exactly what we do, how we do it, when we do it in order for you to be successful. The point of you becoming part of True Trading Group is so that you can do this on your own terms within a style and a strategy that works for you and your life. That's the difference. Okay? What matters is this can work for you. I've never had, to answer the question for other people. I let other members speak for themselves. And watch, I'll just show it to you. I'll prove it to you in case anyone's like, that kind of sounds like a lot of smoke. Members of True Trading Group, if you're on this live stream right now, if you're making money and you guys are becoming better traders because of True Trading Group, I want you to type the number 1 in chat right now. Just type the number 1 in chat if you guys are making money and you're becoming better traders. So anyone that's on this live stream right now that's not a member, I want you to stop even paying attention to me and just watch and look and try to count how many number 1s you see come through in the chat. Because that's going to be your friends, your family members, your coworkers. That's going to be your peers. These are all the people that were once just watching a live stream and are eternally grateful that I told them about this platform and I told them how they can join because they did. And now they're making money. That's what matters. That's why you're here instead of watching football. Because you want to figure out what the hell is going on in this market where the stock market's at all-time highs. And we got the labor report coming up. The Fed just cut interest rates. Is the market going to keep going up? Are we going to melt up? And then are we going to have a bubble? Is the AI bubble going to pop like the dot-com bubble popped? These are all the questions. Is there going to be a recession? These are all the questions that everybody wants to know. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. Listen, we haven't been streaming as much because honestly, we've had our head down and we've been cooking. That's the truth. This week, after what has felt like forever, after many late nights and sacrificed weekends and sacrificed holidays and a lot of frustration and then a lot of joy, we are releasing a brand new, fully fledged fintech platform that is the new True Trading Group this week. We have taken everything we know about the retail trader in every way, everything that has helped them become successful, everything we know about all of their pitfalls, and we have combined it into an ecosystem that is both fast and intelligent and adapts to wherever you are at, whether it's your knowledge or the amount of money or your experience or the amount of time you have. Okay. All of these years later, you still also get all the other products at no additional cost. But that new fintech platform that is the new True Trading Group is finally going live this week. This isn't just for people that want to day trade. This isn't just for people that want to swing trade. This isn't just for people that want to do long-term investing. This is not a program that caters to one type of person. Day trading, swing trading, long-term investing, whatever it is, whatever your focus is, that's what makes us special. I'm just the guy who started this. I'm the guy that you see on these live streams. I'm the guy that has the credibility because you guys have seen me on here forever. And honestly, I have real Wall Street training. Okay. But this is much bigger than me. True Trading Group is much bigger than just me. It's about our members. It's about their success, and everything changes this week. It's been a real long time coming. I couldn't be any more proud of the whole team that has made this possible. And what better day to announce it than on our YouTube channel's 8th birthday? You know, there's been a lot of sacrifice, guys, a lot of sacrifice. We have reinvested 7 figures back into building out the AI component of our platform and building out AI tools that help our members to make money, you know, countless, you know, weekends and late nights and, you know, working 16-hour days, you know, at the desk at 7:30 a.m., you know, off the desk by 10 p.m., like type of stuff. We have done all of it up until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, working on things for our members to make this platform the retail version of a Bloomberg terminal, as close to it as we possibly can, so that our members not just have a level playing field, but so that our members have an advantage over other retail traders. You heard me clearly. If you are not a member of True Trading Group, you better pray that the other end of that trade is not a member of True Trading Group. Because members of you have to realize that when you place a trade, you're buying from somebody else or you're selling to someone. There's somebody else on the other side of that trade. You think something's going up, somebody else thinks something's going down. And I'm telling you right now, the tools, the resources, and the AI that our members have available, have access to them, that our members have available, they are at an advantage over you. Plain and simple. Just like the hedge fund trader with the Bloomberg terminal is at an advantage over you. They have access to things you don't. They have access to information and data, and they get news faster. You have no chance against those people. You also now have no chance against a True Trading Group member because they have access to those type of things now too. That is the platform that is True Trading Group. It doesn't just level the playing field anymore. It gives you an advantage. It gives you an edge over others. Some members have been there with us. They've stayed up with us during those late nights. Sometimes Adam, who was developing some of this stuff, would just open up the chat and just members would be in there just watching what he's doing and just shooting the shit and just talking and laughing and making jokes at 10 o'clock at night. So some of our members have been there. You guys have seen all the blood, sweat, and tears that have gone into this, and it all comes to a head this week. I cannot wait. I am so proud of the entire team, and I'm so excited for all of our teaching members. I hope you guys are really ready to just kick some ass and take some names because it's been a great year. It's about to get a whole lot better. Now, listen, this is going to be the very last night that we're going to offer people an opportunity just to check out True Trading Group. Okay. We've been offering 90-day memberships. This is the last time we're going to be offering a 90-day membership. The entire structure of True Trading Group is changing. The entire membership structure, the fee structure, the pricing. We've been doing that because we were changing everything, but it's here now, right? We were doing the 90-day membership because we were going through all those changes, but the changes are finished. It's here now. So there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be different now moving forward. So tonight is going to be the very last night for people to join True Trading Group for a 90-day membership. See what it's all about. Check us out for 90 days. Let us prove that True Trading Group is a place that you'll never want to leave ever again. And then you guys can decide if you want to stay here for the whole year, okay, or if you want to become a lifetime member. We have over 4,600 lifetime members in True Trading Group, okay? You guys can decide if that's something that you want to entertain also, okay? So if anyone here is not a member of True Trading Group, tonight is the last night for you guys to do a 90-day membership. After tonight, what we were charging for 90 days, we will be charging for 30. Okay. After tonight, what we were charging for 90 days, we are going to now be charging that amount for 30 days. So you guys can go to ttgoffer.com right now. And everything that you see on that page is going to be included for 90 days for $297. After tonight, it will be $297 per month. You can join now for $297 for 90 days and then decide if you want to become an annual member, or if you want to stay for another 90 days, whatever it is. But tonight's the last night that you're going to have that opportunity. So go to ttgoffer.com right now. And then if you guys want the rest of the year, okay, we will allow you to lock in that rate. So you won't have to pay the higher price after your 90 days. If you're like, hey, I really like it, I want to join for the whole year, we'll let you lock in that rate. So you won't have to pay the higher price. And after your 90 days are up, there's no automatic renewal. There's no automatic upgrade to an annual. If you want to stay, you've got to process the transaction yourself. Okay. But we'll lock you in at that rate for the year. So you're not going to have to pay, the higher price, and we'll grandfather you in for that price, for your yearly price for you'll just be grandfathered in. Okay. For as long as you keep your membership, you'll be grandfathered in at that cheaper price. But this is only for the people that are going to be joining here tonight. Go to ttgoffer.com, and everything there that you see is included. Of course, you're going to be getting Mari. Mari's our award-winning AI. That's what received the Benzinga FinTech Award for Best AI Analysis Tool. It's your AI trading co-pilot for smarter trading. It connects your education, your charts, your tools, your news, all into one intelligent system. You don't have to memorize a bunch of complex prompts. Okay, you just talk to it in plain English. You get a fast chart analysis with market context and personalized support and everything for your trading. No matter what your style or strategies are, it's customized for each individual user. You're going to get, of course, our curriculum, all of our courses, which is a simplified version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. You're going to get our chat room with all the trade alerts, obviously, the watch list every day from the moderators and I. When it comes to our AI, I want you to think ChatGPT, but with the correct information, and it knows everything about trading and investing. That's kind of how I want you guys to think about it. You're also going to get Benzinga Pro's newsfeed with the Squawk Box feature. You're going to get TradingView's premium charting software. You've got 2,000 hours of videos in our video library. You're going to get our Red to Green workshop, which happens the first Wednesday of every month. If you guys join tonight, you can attend our Red to Green workshop on Wednesday. It's a free workshop where members get to submit questions and topics they're having a hard time with, and we'll hold a live workshop. We can cover all those issues. It's totally free. We're doing it on Wednesday, so you guys can do that as well. You're going to get the trade idea scanner streams on our platform. You get unusual options activity, dark pool data, options flow, short data, congressional trading data. Guys, all of that is included when you join True Trading Group. You can go to ttgoffer.com right now. Everything on that page is included for $297 for 90 days. After tonight, it will be $297 for 30 days. And if you join tonight, we will lock you in and grandfather you in for the annual rate if you want to stay after your 90 days. You won't have to pay the higher rate. If you have any questions at all, send us a text message right away. We're here to answer anything you guys want to know. 1-888-621-2127. Again, that is 1-888-621-2127. The phone number is right at the bottom of your screen. So if you guys have any questions, any issues, text that number, 1-888-621-2127. We'll answer anything you guys want to know, anything you're concerned about. You need help signing up, whatever it is, you guys can do so. And anyone that wants to skip the 90 days and get an even better deal on a year, just text us. We'll work something out with you. Okay. If not, 90 days. If you're like, you know what, forget 90 days, I want to join for the whole year, we'll give you guys an even better deal if you want to join for the full year, but just send a text message. Just text us to 1-888-621-2127. Say, hey, I'm interested in the year membership. We'll give you an even better deal. If not, no worries. Go to ttgoffer.com and you guys can sign up right now for 90 days for just $297. We do that, guys, because I'm so convinced you guys join for 90 days for $297. Within 2 weeks, you're going to say, I want to stay here for the full year. I truly and genuinely believe that. That's why we offer it. That's why we were offering it. You guys have a chance to do so. Do that right now. Okay? So there you guys have it. How many of you have been here? How many members have been here for more than a year? Just type in chat right now how many years you've been a member of True Trading Group. How many years have you been a member of TTG? Just type it in chat real quick. How many years have you been a member of True Trading Group? Been here since 2021, 3 years, 4 years, 3 years, 5 years, 3 years, 5 years, 5 years, 2 years, 3 years. Look at all these comments. 4 years, 5 years, 5, 2, 3, 3, 4.5, 5, almost 3, 2.5, 3, 6, 6, 2, 5. Do you guys think that these people are losing money? If you joined True Trading Group and for your year membership that you were here, you didn't make any money, you lost a bunch of money, would you stay? Probably not. You sure as hell wouldn't stay for 5 years. But if you were making money year over year over year and you were improving and you were reaching financial goals that you never thought were possible, would you stay? Probably so. That's incredible. So 5 weeks. Phil has been a member for 5 weeks and is already a lifetime member. I've paid for my cost already on booked trades. So there's Phil. So Phil's literally, I don't know if you guys want to pop that up on the screen. Phil says, I've been a member for 5 weeks, but I'm a lifetime member now and I've paid for my cost already on booked trades. That's absolutely incredible. B-Bala says, what's up? Says, if you're serious about learning a skill that will pay you for a lifetime and learn how to fish for life with real education, TTD is the real deal. Made my tuition back many times over. My boy Maurice, 5 years has been a member. That's what I'm saying. You guys can join for 90 days for just $297. It's a no-brainer. And then decide if you guys want to stay. All right. ttgoffer.com. Again, text us 1-888-621-2127. Okay. All right, folks. With that all said, let's take things on over to the chats. We are still green on futures. We are up 0.12%. What we are going to be looking at here on the SPY is the very important, tomorrow is a very important day. Tomorrow is an important day. I'm going to tell you why. Because you don't want this head and shoulders pattern to form. You have potential for a head and shoulders to form right now on the SPY. And with 654.50 being your neckline, that's also the low of the day from the Fed day. And here you guys can see there's your left shoulder. There is your head. And at the head, you also have a double top, right? So there's your double top. So you have a double top that also creates the head. And then here could potentially be the formation of the right shoulder. So this week is going to be incredibly important. And we have a ton of economic data coming out. What you don't want to see this week is a SPY that does this. Because if the SPY were to do that, then you now just formed the right shoulder. And that would insist that we are going to break this neckline and we are going to trade down towards at least minimal, that dark blue line you see on my screen, which is the 50-day moving average. Okay, that's the 50-day moving average down there to 645. Okay, so that would be the absolute bare minimum target that we would look for if you do break that. So this is going to be a very important week. If this week starts off red, if we are red by Wednesday into Thursday, okay, by Wednesday into Thursday, you're going to look, you want to look for, do we turn that, does this market turn back over to the downside and go back down to retest 654.50? Because if it does, okay, if it, good point, Greg. Greg says, or do we want that? Good point. I really don't care what the markets do because we're going to make money either way. If this head and shoulders pattern forms out, we'll just be short. We'll be in put options. We'll be short a bunch of stuff. We'll make money on the way down. So you're right, Greg. This is true. We don't really care whether the markets go up or down. As long as the market's open, we've got a job to do. And I'm confident that we're going to be able to make money no matter what's going on. I mean, I've been doing this for almost 2 decades. Markets, go up, they go down, left, right, upside down, inside out, whatever it is. That's the beauty about being an active trader. So if we form that right shoulder, I'm going to be very heavily short going into next week, going into the first half of October, if that right shoulder forms. Okay. However, you don't want to jump the gun. You don't want to be early on this because if that right shoulder does not form, this thing melts up to a new all-time high. Okay. So you need to be careful of trying to jump the gun on this. You don't need to be early on this trade. We are in a massive uptrend. This is one of the strongest market rallies in history. Do you understand me? The SPY is up over 30% in 5 months. Do you know there have only been 5 instances since 1975 that the S&P 500 went up 30% in just 5 months? It's only happened 5 times. And guess what? All 5 times, the markets were higher 12 months later. All 5. Okay? So you don't need to be early on this. The trend is your friend. Buy pullbacks into support. Don't try to pick the top, because if you've been trying to pick the top over the last 5 months, you've gotten your ass kicked. And this has been a very easy buy the dip rally. Very easy. Every single major support level that has been tested over the last 5 months has held. We have not had a more than 3% pullback since April. Every single pullback that's taken you back into a support level, the support level has held and the markets have pushed to new highs. Don't just assume you're going to randomly pick the one time it's not going to work. Wait for the signals. Wait for confirmation. For me, that right shoulder forming will be my confirmation. That's when we'll look for the market to turn back over. Then we'll be short. We'll look for the break of 654.50 and we'll ride this thing down into the 640s. But you don't have to be the first one to the party. Okay? So if that right shoulder forms as we get all of our jobs data as the week goes on, we'll attack it to the short side. Okay? For now, I'm going to give you a list of trade ideas that are actually to the long side, because this level has held so far. And if we gap up tomorrow and you get a candle that looks like this, right shoulder voided. Right shoulder voided. Okay. So if we gap up tomorrow above 662 and we push to like 650, 664 and a half, 665, that right shoulder's, that's it. It's over, negated. That pattern's not going to set up. And then I would say at that point, you got to look for a melt up. You got to look for a little bit of a melt up at that point. And I would say just be long back into the all-time high, which is the double top up there. Okay, at 667 and change. Okay, just stay long into that then, and you can take profits into the all-time high. Okay, so that's my thoughts there with regards to the overall market. I'll wait to see as the jobs data comes out as the week goes on. If that right shoulder starts to form, then I will go after a bunch of shorts. Okay, but for now, let's get into some long ideas. We're going to look at Broadcom. If the long holds, we're going to look at Broadcom because Broadcom had a successful test and hold of a key support level at 330. You guys can see here 330 was the gap entry from the earnings gap up. You then pulled it all the way back in. You pierced that support level on Thursday, bounced back strongly and closed above it. And then it reestablished support there on Friday. So if the market was to continue to move higher, if we do gap up tomorrow on the S&P and we start to push, I'm going to look for Broadcom to go back to like 645 and put in a candle that looks something like this. Okay, just do something that looks like that. Okay, and we'll just try to trade that back to the upside off of this support level for Broadcom. All right, nice support level there at 330. But again, these trade ideas I'm giving you for the long side are only if that right shoulder does not form. If that right shoulder forms, forget about this stuff. We're going to go short. All right, so that's Broadcom. Then we're going to take a look actually over at Tesla. Tesla looks damn good, man. It does. Tesla looks damn good. I kind of feel like you might get like a rejection candle tomorrow, like off of this resistance, and then make everybody feel like this resistance is too much. And you get like a rejection candle maybe that looks like this. But then this 9 EMA continues to work itself through. That's this teal blue line you see on my screen, works itself through like this, and then holds the support and then pushes it through and gives you something that looks like that. I kind of feel like Tesla might do that. Tesla is a stock that when that thing gets momentum, it's a bat. It looks just a bat out of hell. It goes higher than anybody really expects it to or thinks it can. And I think your next resistance is going to be up there in the low 460s. So if you break 445 resistance, if that level break, 445, call it 445. Okay, 445, right? If that level breaks, you look for this thing to push up there into the 460s. And I'd say that's going to be a really nice trade there for us for Tesla. Yep, you hit it right there. Chucks says Tesla delivery report coming out this week. You got it. If you get a good delivery number there from Tesla, which they just got some good numbers out of China, if they get some good delivery numbers, that could be the catalyst we need. We'll look for 460s on Tesla. I like the idea. Then a little bit on the safer side of things, we're going to look actually back here over at United Health. I feel like United Health might try to put in a higher low here and then bounce back to the upside and do something that looks like that. So see you put in one higher low here. I just feel like we're going to put in another one and just kind of form a little bit of a wedge here. Everyone likes United Health now that Warren Buffett disclosed a position. The stock's been pretty strong ever since. And you can see we're kind of forming this little bit of a wedge here. Okay, see this little wedge that's kind of formed? So what I'm looking for is for there to be support at the bottom end of this wedge and see if you get a move back up to the upside on United Health that can take you back up above and out of that wedge. We have to welcome some new members to the family, guys. We got to welcome James, Samuel, Saleh, Johanna, Stephen, and Jerome. We are now down to just 9 of these spots. Okay, I was holding 15 spots. I was holding 15 spots for people that wanted to join for the 90-day membership for $297. We are now down to 9 of them. Okay, we're down to just 9 spots left, and then it will be $297 for 30 days. You can get $297 for 90 days right now. Text us if you guys have any questions. 1-888-621-2127. That phone number is at the bottom of your screen. If you have any questions, text us. Okay. All right. So that is United Health. That's Tesla. That's Broadcom. Now I'm going to give you some very, very risky trades. Okay. I'm going to give you some very risky trades. I'm actually already in this position. Okay. It's the quantum stocks. I think they might finally be ready to crack. And I say this, I've taken little shots at these quantum names. I've made some money on them, but I haven't hit the home run yet. So obviously we traded these stocks to the long side like everybody else over the last, several weeks and couple of months, right? We've been here for this move. But what I'm beginning to see are potential topping signals on some of these stocks. They're just very risky. They're very risky to try and short because these are such heavily shorted stocks. And, I don't really ever like shorting into front side strength. I always like to wait for backside weakness. And I've done that. I've waited and I've waited and I've waited and I've waited out the strength part of this move. And now I'm getting ready to maybe go after a little bit of the backside portion of this trade. What I want to show you on IONQ is a potential formation of also, I guess today is all about head and shoulders, but another potential formation of a head and shoulders pattern, this time on IONQ. IONQ has a potential left shoulder, head, and right shoulder at a support level of 65.5. I'm going to go to a 15-minute chart so that you can see the head and shoulders a little bit more clearly. Here's your left shoulder. Here's your head. And again, just like on the SPY, double top there at 76. Okay, double top, that creates the head. And then now you have resistance here at 70, 71 to create the right shoulder. What I'm going to look for out of IONQ should not get back above 71. If IONQ gets back above 71, forget about this idea. But if IONQ stays underneath 71, okay, that should complete the right shoulder. And then you look for a break of this support level. So you see the support level we have here at 65.5. Okay. If that level breaks, I think you're golden. I think you're golden if that level breaks. And that confirms the head and shoulders, and you look for a move back into the high 50. Oops. That was my fault. What if one of you guys can put I just touched my screen. Yeah, sorry about that. That was my fault. My finger touched the screen. So that could potentially finish out the head and shoulders. Okay. But again, just like with the SPY, if you break above 71, then that negates the potential head and shoulders. Okay. Then it negates the head and shoulders there. So we're going to look at IONQ for that. Again, it's a risky trade because these stocks are so heavily shorted that they could keep going. Okay. And then QBTS, we kind of double topped up here. We tried to kind of break out through these highs. You kind of double topped at it. I'm just looking to see like if QBTS gaps up tomorrow, gaps up to here, you're probably in trouble. Shorts are probably in trouble and you probably get squeezed again to the upside, kind of similar to what you saw happen 2 weeks ago. But if you can't get back above like that 28 zone, then I think this one also can crack and can shy away and can kind of roll itself back over. So these are the riskier trades. These are kind of like I'd almost classify them as hero trades because they're so fighting the trend, and there's such clear momentum to the upside on those quantum stocks that they are dangerous to short. But if you're going to go after them, I would say just make sure you control your risk. Obviously, maybe take smaller size and don't maybe just stay away from them entirely if you're a brand new trader or something like that. Okay, so that's what I'm thinking about. All right, we'll see. We'll see how those pan out. But for now, we're just going to focus on the overall markets, like I said, guys. And we are still green, 0.11%, nothing crazy. It's a pretty quiet open for futures. And we'll see. Today's all about really head and shoulders. Head and shoulders, they're potentially forming on IONQ. Head and shoulders potentially forming on the SPY. We'll see if they actually confirm. If they do, I'll go after the shorts. If not, it's just back to your regularly scheduled programming. Just stay long. The trend is your friend, and you look for the market to continue to melt up. And then you got the jobs data this week, and we'll see how that data comes out, and then we'll take things from there. All right. So there we go, guys. There you have it. All right. There you have it. So, folks, again, for those of you that are not members of True Trading Group, tonight is going to be the last night for you guys to join for 90 days for $297. After tonight, it is going to be $297 for 30 days. All right. You can go to ttgoffer.com. Everything you see on that page is included for those 90 days. If you decide you want to stay for the entire year, we'll lock you in at that lower rate. You won't have to pay the higher price. Okay. If you have any questions, text us 1-888-621-2127. Again, 1-888-621-2127. All right, folks, that does it for me. That wraps things up. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend, but are ready to get down to business and get ready to make some money this week. I think this is going to be a really good week. I really like some of the setups that I see out there. I like the chart setups. I like where the markets are. I think we can get some good volatility around the jobs data. You've got a pending government shutdown issue that's going to be coming up here. That's going to start to be, the markets are going to have to, start to pay attention to. We'll see how that kind of plays itself out. But there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of really great moves. And I really like the stocks that we're focused on. We got some great volatility, some great action that we can look at. Let's tighten up. Let's make some money this week, guys. All right. So again, ttgoffer.com. Text us with questions, 1-888-621-2127. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Thanks for joining me. Subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and show some love for our 8-year anniversary. Today is the 8th birthday of our YouTube channel. So smash that like button and show some love for the birthday. All right, have a great night, guys. I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Take care, folks.